Hey Moon Magic Super Souls, welcome to today's readings. It is such an honor to be connected with all of you. I hope you are doing amazingly. Now, today we are asking what to expect in a window of time that is aligned with the Earth's energies. So we have recently had Imbolc. If you were in the southern hemisphere, it would have been Lammas. And we have this pocket of time when we now move to the equinoxes. And we're asking what to expect during this time. Between Imbolc and the equinox here in the northern hemisphere, it is known as the awakening time. And there is so much happening astrologically, including really big eclipses. So we have 3 beautiful cards for you to choose from to help to guide you into the right pile. We have 3 stones. All of these I have actually found. I'll tell you what they are. I'll pick them up and show them to you. But they are all natural stones from the natural earth. Obviously, crystals are also natural, but these are literally stones that I have found at different times, and I've walked with them, I've journeyed with them. They all have very distinct energies, and they are all absolutely very, very, very amazing, I have to say. So, beautiful souls, there will also be the opportunity to let the universe choose your pile for you, or piles, if you are not feeling confident about your intuition, or you're just feeling like you'd really like to just sort of press a button literally and see what the universe suggests. We will also be doing that. But let me show you the cards and these stones first. Then I'll leave the video running for a few moments just to give you a little bit more time to sit with your intuition, and I'll put the Trust the Universe section into a different timestamp. So if you know that that's what you want to do, you can go straight there now. So let me show you the cards and the stones. So pile 1, you have Celestial of Fire, Free Will. This is for pile 1. And pile 1 is sitting with what's known as a hagstone. It's a stone that naturally has a hole in it. Really beautiful. Look at the markings on that. It's absolutely incredible. This stone has the most extraordinary energy. I have carried it for many years. It's been really beautiful to tune in with this stone. So that is for pile 1. Pile 2. Pile 2 has Dimensional of Shadow, Perfect Circle. This is for pile 2, and pile 2 is sitting with a beautiful flint heart. And again, this is a stone I found. This is exactly as I found it. This is its natural shape. Really beautiful energy. So that's pile 2. And pile 3. Pile 3, you have Fire of Water. State change. Fire of Water, state change. And you have a piece of granite. Again, this is a piece of granite that I found. I'll tell you more about them when we are in the readings, if it's relevant to the reading. I'm guessing it may well be, because each has a bit of a story. Very often stories attached to things are important within the reading. I always think everything is relevant within a reading. Okay, so this is for pile 3. So, beautiful souls, I'm going to leave the camera running for a few moments, just for anyone that wants to sit with these stones and the cards for a little bit longer, and then I will do the Trust the Universe to choose a pile or piles. We'll see what comes through. And for yourselves, if you are really leaning into your intuition, if you feel drawn to more than one pile, which can sometimes happen, then I would trust that there is almost certainly more than one message for you today. We are looking at a period of about 6 weeks, so it's a big chunk of time, and there's a lot going on within this pocket of time. So very much aligned with the natural rhythms and cycles of our beautiful planet Earth. So I will see you either in the readings in a moment, or in the Trust the Universe draw in just a moment as well. Okay, let's ask the universe which pile. So on the homepage of my website, you can find this if you're ever looking for a reading or you would like some help to choose a pile. We're just going to press reveal my pile, see what we are shown today. Pile 2. So today the universe is suggesting pile 2. Beautiful souls, I will see you in the readings. Pile 1, welcome. We are going to draw from the Akashic Tarot alongside your significator card. Celestial of Fire, True Will. This card is very much about finding your purpose, which is really, really interesting with this stone, the Hagstone. So I actually found this, its little story, its backstory, I suppose. I found this stone on a beach at a place called Lyme Regis. And Lyme Regis is a place where there is a lot of history, as in there's lots of huge ammonite fossils. And when I say huge, you know, these ammonite fossils in the rocks on the beach, when the tide is out, if you walk far enough out of the town, they are 4 or 5 feet wide. You know, they're huge. They're magnificent. And I found this on the beach there. It's also a place where they build boats. And they hang these stones, they find them with the hole in them, and they hang them on the very front of the boat when they start to build it to bring luck. It's to bring luck to the boat and to keep it straight on its voyage and always be held in protection and safety. And I'm really struck by those two kind of elements. There's a real ancestry, both in the fossils, but also in the ancestry of boat building, but also remaining true on the voyage. And this is about true will, finding your purpose, knowing your purpose. So we're entering a very powerful time. These coming 6 weeks are going to be phenomenal. So many astrologers, if any of you who follow astrology, which I'm sure many of you do, we are in the astrological world, we are expecting really big things. So let's find out, what can you expect? We have these cards from the Akashic Tarot first. Well, would you believe it? We have ships setting sail. Wow. The journey. How interesting. We have the Queen of Scrolls. You have commitment. This is really interesting. Both in reverse and the Akashic field. Okay, I think your messages are starting to come through already. Let me see if I can just press the pause button and zoom the camera out to get a bit more space for our cards, because I think we're going to need loads. There you go, pile 1. Hopefully you can see well. I actually feel that karmically, for some of you, a contract has ended. I think it connects to a woman. Or it could connect to some aspect of yourself that goes back to the female lineage of your family, the ancestry, your female ancestry. For some of you, it could be an actual person, or it could be an attitude from women or connected to women. It's definitely a feminine energy that is departing your life. And you are setting forth unencumbered by it, with this the Ace of Roses, the One of Roses, and you've got, of course, the Ace of Forces as well, the Akashic field. You are setting forth on where you're meant to be. It's a new chapter. It's a different voyage. It's definitely connected to female energy. Let's see what else we are shown. Oh, these cards are very lively. They are. You have insecurity. Okay, this is becoming clear. And you have guilt. Do you know, neither of these surprised me, given this. I think you have either carried insecurities, guilt that is associated with the feminine. It's not appropriate to carry it anymore. And in many ways, the divine feminine has been suppressed for hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of years. And you are rising. Now, this is non-gender specific. You could identify as male, however you identify. What you are reclaiming is connected to something of the divine feminine, whereby you do not have to feel guilty or feel that you can't shine or that you can't step up. This is all about insecurities, but the insecurities are connected to the kind of attitudes that have been placed on women and female children as well for a long time. It doesn't mean if you identify in a different way that you haven't also had those things imposed upon you. That contract is over. You are setting forth on a very, very new chapter of your journey. And this is what to expect in this next pocket of time. It's as though I actually feel it's as though the earth herself is really supporting you to align with this evolutionary growth. For some of you, the way in which this is departing may mean that somebody, literally a female figure in your world, or a female, or an attitude you were left with that came from inappropriate sort of female, the dominance, and it could be an actual woman or like a maternal attitude that left you feeling guilty, insecure, as though you needed to stay in your place. There's something, it's this sort of flavour. You'll know what it is. For some of you, it is absolutely connected to a real woman. It's leaving. Now, either she is leaving or you are departing. You are no longer bound by it. It's as though that contract has ended. And this is really primary. And so you're setting sail on this new voyage with this beautiful stone. Kind of, I almost want to say this, the energy of this stone riding with you. It is so beautiful. So I almost feel when you turn it over, it's like the universe is unfolding here. It's really magnificent. And actually, I've just realised there is, we can see as well a little bit of a fossil actually in the stone here as well. Yeah, your world is unfolding like the universe. And the energy of this stone is with you. This is, I feel like a safe passage ahead. Something is no longer in the way. You overcome it, or you have overcome it. Let's find out what else we are shown. What to expect. What to expect because of this? That's what I find myself wanting to ask. What can my pile ones expect because this is done? Because this is over. What can my pile ones expect? See that one as well. Okay. The Fool. And you've got another ship. Can you believe that? This is one of those you couldn't write it moments. Look at that ship waiting to sail. Isn't it interesting? Here, the ships are coming in. We see people waiting on the harbour. The ship's literally... I think your ship is coming in. You have the King of Pentacles. You have the Eight of Wands. Look at this growth. New trees growing. You have the Four of Cups, guided by the stars. Again, a boat on the water. The the branches are wands, so the 10 of Wands. Let's put those to one side and look at these first. You are going to set sail in some way, shape or form on a very, very new voyage. And I believe you're freed from the insecurity, the guilt, the obligation, all of those things. Fog, fear, obligation, guilt. Yes, that's right. Sailing without fog. Fear, obligation, guilt. And as I say, it could connect to a very real person, in which case I believe it's a female figure departing your life, or the influence of a female figure, or the influence of the suppression of the divine feminine within you. That's perhaps the best way to summarize it. So you set sail on a new pathway. Amazing. Some of you may even go to foreign lands. You may travel to another place. But this is a high place. Look at this. We are above a city. You are moving to new heights, basically. Now, whether that does actually involve sailing elsewhere, sailing to a different shore, travelling, which could be the case. But basically, you are rising. You're moving to new heights. Divine timing is involved. And you're going to rise very quickly, I believe, with the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands has a very fast energy. Something is going to grow fast. Now, the Four of Cups, we see somebody, this is often somebody sort of rowing by hand here, rowing in the dark. And then you have the Ten of Wands, which can, I think what we're being shown here, perhaps, is that you will step into a position, it's interesting, I want to say of greater responsibility. However, it's healthy responsibility. The King of Pentacles, the King of Stones, is completely capable of being a leader. In real terms, in earthy terms, of handling success. And, he's successful and he can handle it. I think you're rising very, very fast. And I think it's fascinating because I think in some ways you step up into a position of greater responsibility, but it's not the fog. It's not fear, obligation, guilt. It's self-responsibility. It's personal responsibility, and it's responsibility that you choose. It's not a human responsibility that's been placed on you inappropriately by the misuse of emotions and the misuse of people maneuvering and manipulating. It's you stepping into. It's the kind of responsibility that gives you freedom because you are in charge of yourself. So self-responsibility. You also have the Three of Pentacles. You have the Five of Wands. And you have the Ten of Pentacles as well. Wow. Okay. I do think you are stepping up. You're upping your game, and it's good because you're meant to. It's the path you're meant to be on, the journey you're meant to be on. It's the next chapter of your journey. I think you are stepping up. This feels very much like your calling, your purpose. I think there's a lot of real ownership of who you are, your place in the world. Some of you may be moving into quite competitive environments with the Five of Branches, the Five of Wands. But you can handle it. You can seriously handle it. If anything, I feel like we're being shown that you're going to rise above the competition here. And this is part of your karmic pathway. This is what you're meant to be doing and where you're meant to be. Very much a new chapter, a new voyage. The real key, I suspect, what enables you to rise and to rise quickly is because you are free of something. And I've already, I hope, sort of kind of really spoken about that. True will. You own your own will. You own your own choices. You take responsibility for you and your journey. Luck is with you. With all of this out of the way, you flourish. You rise. Flourish is well, I'm not saying you don't flourish. Ten of Pentacles is amazing. It's more than just flourish, you thrive. That's what I'm seeing. This is quite amazing, and I do feel that luck is with you. This is the chapter of your life that you've come here for, and whatever you've gone through in the past, it probably gave you the lessons you needed, even if it was tough. But my goodness me, Pile 1, you are, I think, rising very quickly. Something is going to grow exponentially and fast. This is what this is suggesting to me. It's very much a new beginning because you are liberated. from previous fog, fear, obligation, guilt. And it's very associated with, as I said, the suppression of the divine feminine, or of women who'd not been great role models, however you see it, that it's, or an actual female person departing, or indeed their influence. Wow, this will, I'm sure, have an impact on all of your world. If you were drawn to any of the other pearls, you may want to check in on them, because I suspect there's going to be some really interesting messages today. But my beautiful souls, thank you. It's an honour to be connected with you, and I am just sending you all the love in the world, really, truly. Thank you for being here. It's such a privilege to read for you. Welcome if you're returning. If you are new, welcome too. It's just amazing to be building this community. Thank you all for being here. And if you would like to make sure you never miss a reading, or indeed any of the free events and webinars and live collective readings that I'm doing now, do make sure you subscribe and press the little bell icon. Tons and tons of love. Pile 2, welcome to your reading. You have Dimensional of Shadow Perfect Circle, and this beautiful, beautiful, beautiful flint heart. Now, I found this on a beach. It was in the area that near to where I grew up in, and it has always reminded me of the heart-shaped stone that sits in the pathway that leads up to St. Michael's Mount. It's a place where the Michael line and the Mary line come. St. Michael's Mount is the place where the Mary line and the Michael line come into the UK. These are two very powerful ley lines. They come together. Something comes a perfect circle. Something comes full circle. And this is an interesting energy because it speaks about logic. What comes a full circle? May we kindly ask? Your cards are very delightful and dying to pop out and be seen. Let's see what we're showing. We're going to draw from the Akashic Tarot first. You have add some. Add some, I arrive. Something is arriving. Something does come full circle, I think, for you. You have the Master Artisan, 8 of Keys. Oh, something does come full circle. Now, the Master Artisan is in reverse. The Queen of Scrolls is in the upright. And the Clearing the Way, 4 of Keys. This is where you can see the end goal. And it's interesting, even though you still have to do some work, the end goal is in sight. And they have the tools to do it. You see this man, he has an axe in his hand. I don't know if you can see that, but he has an axe in his hand, and he is about to clear the tree that has fallen. He's going to remove the obstacle, which is interesting because this is where logic comes in. This card speaks about the way that sometimes if we approach something too logically, we can remove the flow. We can distance ourselves from the natural order of things or the natural rhythm of things. I think something is being removed. Something comes full circle so that you can arrive. This is what I was hearing with this card. Add some is a card that helps you to arrive. It's almost like an energetic tool. When we say add some, I arrive. It's like we are energetically placing ourselves where we want to be. It's like we are visiting the end goal. We have the Queen of Scrolls in the upright position. This could mean someone is coming to help you. We have the card of Passion and Creation. Wow. Okay. This is really exciting. This is really exciting. Pile 2, this is so exciting. Okay, I think something that your heart desires, you're on the pathway to it. That's why this is coming through. Because it's like in the middle of the, well, it's not exactly in the middle. It's probably about 2/3 of the way up the hill. Okay, so we are talking about you're on your way to something, you're creating something, and I think you are significantly going to move it forwards. It may be that not everybody has agreed with what you're doing. Some people would see that there's a different way of doing it, but I think you're going to reach a very sort of a significant point in the journey of creation. It may not be the actual end goal. but I think you'll reach a very significant turning point. I think you'll remove some obstacles to something that may currently be in the way. It would almost be a bit like when you are building something or creating something. I don't know, we see somebody write it with a scroll here, maybe writing something, but whatever you are creating, inevitably there are hiccups along the way. There are, milestones that we pass along the way. And I think you reach a very significant milestone in something that you are creating in this pocket of time. And it's something that is a passion for you. Yeah, very significant milestone, whatever it is you are, in the process of creating. Let's see. What else are we shown for my pile twos? I'm seeing these and all of these, and also I'm seeing that one. You have the 5 of branches, which is the 5 of wands. The 7 of pentacles. Okay. Yes, keep going. This card says keep going. Keep building. You have the 2 of stones, so the 2 of pentacles, the 5 of pentacles, and the 6 of pentacles. Wow, 5, 6, and 7. How interesting. And then you also have the magician, fantastic, and the 4 of cups coming here as well. Maybe there has been a stumbling block in something you've been creating. This is saying keep going. Absolutely keep going. There is nothing you're not going to be able to overcome. Nothing at all. It's like climbing that hill. I remember pausing by that stone as I climbed St. Michael's Mount last time I went there. And I was with some very dear friends, very amazingly spiritual people. And one of them, it was a big climb for her. In fact, there was a couple of people who had very, very big physical things going on for themselves. So that's a big climb to get to the top of that hill. And we paused by that stone, and we then kept going, and we got to the top, and it was amazing. I think there have been some hurdles. There may even be some things that come along in this next 6 weeks, I guess we're talking about, this pocket of time, the awakening time. But my goodness me, keep going. Keep going. Interesting. Yes, of course, this is another reason we have the logic coming in. I was seeing this before and thinking, is this telling us that the logic is, don't let logic get in the way or remove you from being able to go with the flow? But actually, sometimes logic is really important, because actually, if we are feeling emotional about something, if there's a problem in front of us, and we think, oh, I don't know if I can get through this, logic is the best approach sometimes. Sometimes if we approach something logically, we can see the steps we need to take to get there. The 7 of stones is a very interesting, 7 of pentacles is a really interesting card, because it's about choosing how you invest your energy. Be balanced. Yeah, be balanced. Beautiful souls, be balanced. Keep going. If an obstacle shows itself, don't kind of, forgive me, I'm going to say something that one of my really oldest friends that I was at school with used to say when we were at school, and she still says it. Sorry, I won't mention her name, but she'll know this if she watches this reading. She'd say, don't get your knickers in a twist. That's what she always says. Don't get your knickers in a twist. Basically, don't panic. Don't dissolve into emotionality. I think things will. There may be some stumbling blocks. That's what I see here, and I have to say how I see it. But follow your passion. Keep going. Persevere. Everything you need is going to come to you. You have the Six of Pentacles. It's a card of generosity, resources coming to you. Everything you need will come. Don't get your knickers in a twist, as she would say. This is going to complete. It's going to come full circle. It's written, it's destiny, it's whatever you are creating, it's meant to be, it is meant to be happening, it's unfolding because it is meant to. You are meant to create this. This is what you are supposed to be creating, whatever it is. So if there are stumbling blocks, whatever this is for you, if there are stumbling blocks, don't allow your emotions to get in the way. Obviously, don't become so logical either that you aren't connected to the flow of things, but truly, this is, I think, part of the message here. Let's see how it unfolds, if there's any further information. But you are definitely creating something, and I think you will achieve a very significant milestone in the development of whatever it is you're creating. Could we ask about this milestone? Could we get more guidance, more information? You have the moon. Okay, how interesting, because in this card, where shall I put these? I'm going to move these down a moment, just pop them down here. In this card, you have the Master Artisan. How interesting. In reverse, and I was connecting this to another card called the Increscent Moon, where we see somebody creating in the moonlight. How interesting that I kind of almost muddled the two cards. But there is the energy of, this is the energy of creation. Whatever you are creating, it's going to take time. The moon, and we see the crescent moon here, is about getting going. Really, everything in your reading is saying keep going. I think you'll achieve a milestone. And then it's almost like there will be another phase beyond it. Let's check in and see what else we are being shown. 5 of tides, 5 of water. It's 5 of cups, rather, in the traditional pack. Okay, what else do we see here? The 10 of wands. 10 of branches, and then the sun. Okay, you are going to get to the harvest. I genuinely do think this will be a milestone. I think what you are creating may be quite big. I suspect it's not a small project. It's not a small endeavour. I think within the next, this pocket of time to the equinox will be yet another turning point, but I think it'll be a turning point of celebration. You're stepping up. I think you're, with the 10 of wands here, I suspect you will, the more it starts to grow, the more you will realise, kind of almost like, I'm going to say how big it can be. But the bigger something gets, the more we have to do to make it happen and to bring it into fruition. Okay, we kindly ask for further guidance. We have the 8 of water, the 8 of, this is the 8 of cups. Then you have the Ace of swords. And then you have the 9 of pentacles. Okay. This has a really, really bright future. The 9 of Pentacles is a card of huge personal self-satisfaction. You are going to get to this is quite personal to you, this creative project, whatever it is. Very unique to you. Everything here says keep going, even though there may be times when you feel like obstacles show up, or something doesn't run smoothly, or it's really big and you think, quite, where do I go next? I really want to say that along the way you will see what you need to do. There'll be elements of it where you think when you think you know what you're doing, and then It might need some tweaking or some course correcting. Every step of the way, you'll get the guidance. You'll be able to see how it can emerge. Each time there is something that feels like a hurdle, you'll be given the tools, or you'll be given the support, or the resources, or the help, or the guidance. There will be course correction along the way. It would be like, I'm going to use the example of writing, I don't know, a book or a piece of music or a screenplay or something. As you go along, you might change the plot along the way, or you might adjust things every step of the way. Or if you were writing like a little novella, and then it becomes a giant a giant epic story that's way bigger, like a full-blown novel, or even a series of 10 or something. However it unfolds. What I'm seeing here, I think, is that there will be course correction, but every single time you'll know what you need to do to make those adjustments. And I think you will reach a point of incredible self-satisfaction. This feels a bit like a self-made project, actually, with the 9 of Pentacles here as well. But this is a card of such self-satisfaction and fruition. So, important milestones will be overcome and reached, I think, during this period. I don't think it will be the complete end project, but to be fair, if you're working on something big, this is like a pocket of 6 weeks, really, max 5-6 weeks, in total. So, if you're working on a big project, it's never going to come together in that amount of time. But I feel like you'll sort of, what's that saying? Break the back of it. Actually, I think you'll really arrive at a place where you feel very, very pleased with what you have achieved. At the end of this time, when we get to the equinoxes, I hope you'll check in, because I'll be doing equinox readings. It would be lovely if you are, if you're part of the Moon Magic family here, or even, if you're not, come back. But come back at the equinoxes and fill us in. Let us know how it's doing, the milestones that you've reached, the things you've overcome. It would be amazing to hear how you are in that stage of development. And then I'll do readings there between, for the next pocket of time in our beautiful Earth's calendar. Pile 2, this is your reading. It's feeling, it's big. There's work to be done. But my goodness me, you really can do this. And I just think it's going to, it's a passion for you. It really is. It's a passion. And it's absolutely what you're meant to be doing. This feels so, so lovely. But I can see, it can feel daunting. I know I'm in a similar zone myself with my tarot course. It's a huge project to set up a course that really incorporates, the counselling and psychotherapy elements of the tarot. And then to create, ultimately, a body of readers who work within an ethical framework, so people can find private readers who've done the training. It's a huge project, so I know what it's like to be embarking on something really, really big. And thank you so much to all of you who've jumped on board whilst the course is developing. It's amazing to be working with you. It really, really is. And it is growing and flourishing. So I'm just thrilled. If any of you are interested, do check it out. I might do some sort of special discount for this pocket of time, because it might be quite nice to honour that, actually, in alignment with your reading. Keep an eye out for posts, because I'll let you know if that happens. I'll put a post. And if you want to make sure you never miss a reading or a post or anything that I upload, whether that's a free event or a collective reading or these ongoing readings, my dailies, anything, just make sure you subscribe and press the little bell icon, and then whatever I put up should come straight into your stream. Pile 2. I am wishing you every blessing and every success with whatever it is that you are building. Pile 3, welcome to your reading. You have Fire of Water, State Change. Now, let's draw from the Akashic Tarot and find out what to expect in this incredible pocket of time when so much is happening. When fire and water come together, we get steam. Something changes. There's like an alchemical reaction. So, what is changing? State change. Maybe you need to consciously state your change, or consciously state the change that you are desiring or wanting, maybe. Let's find out more, maybe. Maybe kindly ask, maybe for one. I am actually seeing it's that card there. That one just there. Okay. Look at these first. You have the Master Artisan in the upright position. You have Archangel Michael. Oh my goodness me. You have the Queen of Forces, and you have the Six of Races in reverse. This is the War of the Races in reverse. I'm thrilled it's in reverse. It means a conflict is over. Gosh, this is empowerment. This is like, yeah, this is power. Hugely about power. Personal empowerment. It's like when water and fire come together, it keeps taking me to, of course it does, it's the stone, keeps taking me to to being in a sweat lodge, where it's a sacred place, and it's the place where effectively fire and water, the elements come together. The stones are heated up, and of course that's what we use. We use granite. I actually found this on a beach in Cornwall, actually at a point where the Michael line and the Mary line come into Cornwall, so not dissimilar to Pile 2, and they're a very different energy and a very different message. But I picked this up and I carried it with me. It had such a gravity and a sense of protection about it, as well as a real earthiness. I think, though, possibly the biggest part of its connection here is that these stones can withstand the heat of the fire and then water being poured on them. And obviously sometimes they crack, but they're one of the few stones that can handle that transformational energy, that sacred place where fire and water, earth and air all come together. The Queen of Forces. I kind of almost feel like you're going to be on fire. I think something's been cleared out of the way. State change. If there's anything you are navigating of a conflict, you're stepping up, and the conflict is shifting. You have expansion. Yeah, you are expanding. This is about empowerment. It's huge. Destiny. Wow. That almost took my breath away. And look at this, the breath. You are expanding, you are growing, this is absolutely about destiny. Now, this card does connect to a soulmate connection. I'm not seeing anything in these cards that suggest relationship, but we do see a sacred union of the sun and the moon. State change. What is it you are manifesting? All conflicts, all divisions removed. Challenges removed. I almost feel energetically you are in a place where you can manifest. You're being guarded. You're being protected. Archangel Michael is walking with you. There is something of your destiny that you are expanding into. Let's find out more. May we kindly ask what to expect for Pile 3. I do see this one. You have the Page of Water, Page of Tides. This is the Page of Cups and the Knight. So you have the Page and the Knight. Gosh, Page, Knight and Queen. How interesting. And then you have the King of Wands. So the tides in this pack are the cups. So you have the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups. And then you have the King of Wands. You also have the 5 of Swords, Spires, Swords, and then you have the 4 of Wands as well, which is a card of celebration. Okay, let's place this here. I do think, actually, genuinely, for some of you, if you are manifesting a partnership, this could be about partnership, because this card is about partnership. It's a soulmate connection, possibly someone you've met in a previous life. But I'm just going to say this is a general reading, and therefore whatever you are manifesting, I think you are in a position to really make it happen. You can climb that mountain. Page, Knight, Queen, King. I mean, this is mind-blowing. I want to say, just set your course, set your intent. Don't be knocked off balance by any drama, any drama or anything, just, the mundane everythings of life and the big stuff that's going on in the world as well. There's so much challenge. Don't be knocked off balance by it. Hold your energy. You are being protected in this sort of sacred space of change. It's almost as if you're in this sort of energy of a sweat lodge where sacred transformation can happen and manifestation can happen. You're being protected, you're being guided, and this is a card of celebration, sometimes of marriage or engagement, but it's celebration. Now, I am not saying this is definitely a relationship reading, because for some of you it will be your relationship with yourself, your relationship with the divine, your relationship with your capacity to manifest. But for some of you it actually could be a soulmate union, especially with the cups coming through, the Page of Cups, the Knight of Cups, the Queen of Cups, and then the King of Wands as well. Stay on course. Know what you want from the heart. Hold your heart-centered energy. Know what you want. And I want to say really commit to it. But commit to it in a way that you ask for it to be fulfilled. I'm not seeing like loads and loads and loads of action. I'm much more seeing that you are in the energetic environment where this can happen and it can arrive and it can manifest in real terms. But I think it's about asking. Whatever's going on, whatever's happening in the world, in the immediacy of your world, whatever is happening in the bigger world, remain grounded. I picked this up actually at a time when I did need some support and help, actually, which is really interesting. And I asked for support and help. And this little rock, very powerful little rock, really, really spoke to me on that beach that day. And I carried this with me. And literally, I was in a situation where I felt like I needed to ask for help. And the difference I felt in just having this with me. I literally tucked it on my person all of the time under my pillow at night. All of the time I carried it with me. I was so anchored and so grounded because of it. It's as if it had given me an anchor point, and I carried it with me. You are being absolutely protected and guided. But this is about asking for help, asking for what you desire. Whether it's love or whatever else it is, this will be something that you will love. Ask for it. It has felt like a bit of a climb for you to achieve it. But things will be cleared out of the way for you. It is as if Archangel Michael himself is supporting you. And if you reach out and you ask for help, your own angels, they can't intervene unless you ask them. Ask your angels every day, may I please have help to manifest this? Or may I please have help to know what I need to do to achieve this? This is very much about asking. Open your arms and receive. And look at the same imagery here in this card. Getting really still, state change, state what you desire, state what you are asking for, and open your hands. Look at these two figures both opening their hands like this to receive. This is what your reading is about. It's really bringing lots of guidance, really, in asking. Reach out, ask. May we kindly ask for any further information, please, for my pile threes. The Ace of Pentacles, the Ace of Stones. I think you will be granted or gifted something that will be the new, in real terms. The Ace of Pentacles is about, it's also, of course, about sowing seeds. Sometimes the Ace of Pentacles is depicted as somebody sowing a pentacle in the ground, sowing a seed. Ask. Every time you ask, you're sowing seeds. Four of Stones, Four of Pentacles. I think it will solidify and start to emerge quite quickly, actually. Stable like a table, that's what I always think of when we get a four. It's got a much more stable energy. The Four of Stones is an interesting energy because interpretations really vary for this card. Sometimes it's deemed that you really do have something, something materializes for you. At other times, it's kind of like don't cling to security. It invites you to step out of your safe zone so that you can embrace the future. So there could be a dual message here, which on the one hand, whatever seeds you sow and whatever you reach out and ask for, you'll see real results. But for some of you, you may also need to be prepared to step into new territory in order to have the new, to receive it. The universe can open 1,000 doors for you, but you have to step through. Very interesting. I had a conversation with somebody not very long ago about this, and we had both encountered somebody who was very much sort of feeling quite cross and resentful that the universe, and it's like and they were saying, well, I have been asking for this, I've wished for it on the new moon, and it hasn't yet arrived. But we were both conscious that there had been some opportunities, but it meant stepping out of their comfort zone, and they hadn't taken them. Not that we can ever know, nor is it for us to, question anyone else's circumstances. But we did wonder whether this person was holding themselves back by not actually seizing the moment and, attending some things that may have opened some doorways for them. We can't know, and it's not our responsibility, but we questioned it because we were sort of bringing it back to ourselves, really, and thinking, how it might be for us. That it's that personal learning curve, isn't it? If you see something in someone else, is that a reflection within yourself? We were asking ourselves, do we need to kind of step through more doorways or be more conscious of doorways that might be open for us? And we see doors here. I think a doorway may be opened for you. That may be what we're being shown here. Pile 3. I think a doorway may be presented to you, and you would have to walk through it, invest in it, sow a seed. Like if there was an opportunity to travel, for example. Travel. Then off you go. And there you are. Then maybe that's where you meet, if it's a person, or there's an opportunity, destiny kicks in. Yeah, I think that is what we're being shown here. Ask for support, be prepared to step up or step through. Yeah, Ace of Wands. I think that is what we're being shown here, actually. I think there will be some sort of gateway or doorway opened for you. I think that is what we are being shown here. And when that doorway is shown to you, you will need to step through it. The Fool, yes, take a risk. I suspect it might take you out of your comfort zone. But wow. That doesn't feel right. May we kindly ask if there's anything else? Can we see what happens after you step out of your comfort zone and you take that risk? Yeah. You have the Moon. Wow. I think the way will be illuminated. I think it will be a journey of depth, and I think of meaning. Interesting. Sometimes the moon is shown with two wolves, one black, one white. I often think it's like a soul mirror. And then you have the ace of spires, the ace of swords. But look at the sunrise here. Look at the sun rising on the mountain, whereas here they are snow-covered. I suspect that the direction, this is obviously a general reading, so it's to reach many. I suspect that the way forward will be shown state. This is so fascinating, your reading, because it seems to be full of quite a lot of guidance in its own way. Obviously, no reading will ever tell you what to do. It's up to you. But I think what I feel I'm being shown here is that something very significant can come to you. And for that to happen, I think you may have to step out of your comfort zone, or attend something, or go to something, or do something, or seize an opportunity. You also do need to ask. It's like reach out, ask for what you desire, and then as doorways and openings are shown to you, even if you can't quite see the way, or it's very new, it feels a little bit emotionally wobbly with the moon. This is, I think, suggesting that you seize the moment, take that risk, jump on board. And I think then that the horizon, the sun will rise, the snow will melt, and I think you'll see, I think you'll be guided to whatever it is that you are trying to manifest. Wow. I am really excited for you. Really, really excited for you. I wish you every blessing on your journey. In this next stage, I really feel obstacles will be cleared for you. Things will be removed in order for you to flow into this space of connection and fruition and celebration with something that you are wanting. I do think there is a part to play on your part of doing as well, but initially it feels very much as though it's being focused and asking, but also allowing yourself to receive, and then taking the actions necessary to co-create with the universe. And I think this is really what we're being shown here. Pile 3, this is your reading. Thank you so much for being here. Don't forget to subscribe and press the little bell icon if you want to make sure you never miss a reading. I post readings on a really regular basis, several a week, dailies in fact, here on this channel. I have another channel where I do my all zodiac sign readings. Do check out anything and everything that is happening if you want to make sure, because I post posts and free events and collective readings, all sorts of things. So keep a lookout and subscribe and press the little bell icon if you want to make sure you never miss anything. Beautiful souls, I'm sending you so much love and so many blessings. This feels big, if I'm honest. It feels big, epic is a word. I'm just sitting with how I'm feeling, sitting in the energy. But I think it's going to be potentially very, very beautiful. Pile 3, tons of love.